Chemtai going there speaking to us live from Eldoret. From there now we head out to Siaya, right?
Siaya County. Sam Ogina is there to give us an update on preparations ahead of tomorrow. Sam, what can you tell us?
Well, Vicky and Trevor, the communication center, the hour is nigh here in Siaya County, and the moment of reckoning, really. Remember that Siaya County is one of the counties that has produced a presidential candidate, that is Raila Odinga for the Azimio La Umoja, One Kenya Alliance. And of course, the mood here is quite ecstatic, really. Of course, even as we speak, there is a whole movement going on. Call it Firimbi movement if you want, but as we speak, I cannot clearly hear whistles from residents here in Siaya town. And that Firimbi movement, of course, is just to ensure that there's no man or woman that is left behind tomorrow morning, saying that today they're not going to sleep. And of course, that that Firimbi or that whistle is a signal that everyone should wake up early tomorrow morning to ensure that they go to the ballot, exercise their democratic right. This is the 5th time that Raila Odinga is actually contesting for the presidential seat, and of course they feel that this time probably it is the closest that their man has gotten to ascendance of power, and on that account they say that every vote counts and no one should be left behind. Of course, Siaya County has 533,000 registered voters strewn across 1,036 polling stations across 6 constituencies in Siaya County. Some of those constituencies being Gem, being Rarieda, Ugenya, Ugunja, Bondo constituency, and of course Alego Usonga, where Siaya town is located, where we're coming live to you from. And of course we were able to move around Bondo, or the rural village where Raila Odinga hails from, and of course the expectations very high. The man carrying the hopes and aspirations of residents here, just saying that they cannot wait to go and cast their ballot, just to make sure that they give him the final push that he requires. And so there is a story that we filed from the residents of Bondo and from the village of Nyamira here in Bondo, where Odinga actually hails from. Take a listen. Bondo town at the heart of Siaya County, the political heartbeat of the nation as the country heads to the polls. While Kenyans will be trooping to the polling stations early Tuesday morning, this will be a definitive election for residents of this town. One of their own, Azimio presidential candidate Raila Odinga, will be banking on the charity begins at home mantra. With 533,595 registered voters, residents here say no one should be left behind, no vote should be wasted in the cutthroat presidential race.
Sisi tumejiami kabisa kama vijana na wamama, na tunaomba pia watu wote ikifika kesho saa 10 usiku watu watoke waende kwa mahali watu wanapiga kura, wapige kura vile inastahili ikue.
Nayo kura tayari nimejipanga, nimejua leo tu kuna kulala, kesho saa 10 niko njiani naenda kufanya bila nitakana.
Hailing from his rural home of Opoda Farm, Odinga carries the hopes and aspirations of Bondo, the Azimio presidential candidate putting Bondo on the country's map.
Sisi we are more than 100% sure na hii kura ya hii kesho hii. And that is the reason why hata tukisimama hapa kwa hii barabara ya kuingia kwa Raila, we are very firm. Ana hatutaki mchezo, tunataka watu wote including wamama, wazee waende wapige kura kesho asubuhi from saa 9.
I'm ready for Tuesday. Very ready for Tuesday. I'm ready to elect my 5th, and I'm hoping that the 5th and Madam will be the ones who will be elected to go and do this work seriously.
It is here in the rural Nyamira village in Bondo where the little Odinga was brought up. Odinga emancipated moved out of his father's house to this adjacent house after coming of age. It is from this humble background that Odinga rose to become a national figure and a political powerhouse, now seeking to become the country's 5th president, hoping that this time round he will be 5th time lucky.
Wengi wao wanataka wakuje waone vile alianzia maisha wapi. Sasa kuna wenye wanashangaa sana wakiona pale alianzia hiyo maisha, wanaona hata hiyo nyumba yake vile alianzia. So wakaona tu hata yeye pia tu ni binadamu tu ya kawaida kama watu wengine.
In 2017, Odinga ran away with the Siaya vote, bagging 375,712 votes against President Uhuru Kenyatta, who managed a paltry 2,494 votes, stamping his command of the region. Siaya County has 6 constituencies, namely Alego Songa, Bondo, Gem, Rarieda, Ugunja and Ugenya. Siaya Senator James Orengo is locked in a fierce contest for the governorship position with former Rarieda MP Nicholas Gumbo. Others in the race include Millicent Odor of UDA and William Ochieng, an independent candidate. The Senate race has Raila's elder brother, Oburu Oginga, among 6 candidates eyeing for the position. Sam Ogina, Citizen TV, Bondo, Siaya County. Yeah, well, polling stations here in Siaya County opens at 6 in the morning. Of course, the dispatchment of all ballot materials was done early today. And of course, speaking to the returning officers, they say it is all systems go. Everything has been put in place. And just tomorrow is for the residents of Siaya County to come out, exercise their democratic right, and make that very critical decision of making a choice on the type or the leaders that they would want to govern them for the next 5 years, including their governor, including their senator, women representative, members of parliament, members of county assembly, but most importantly, the president of the Republic of Kenya. Back to you at the communications center.
Well, thanks, Sam. Sam Ogina there speaking to us from Siaya, Alego Songa, to be specific, one of the 6 constituencies there.
Absolutely, and we'll be having comprehensive coverage starting tomorrow morning. Speaking of which, let's cross over now to Gatundu. South Francis Gash